Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dal, and the next World of Warcraft expansion of Dragonflight will be launching later today. We're just a few hours away from diving into the new zones, finally able to explore all of the rich wonders and unravel the mysteries of the Dragon Isles. Over the last few weeks, we've seen a lot of updates regarding our classes, as time has almost run out to get them all ready. Many are hoping that their pick for their next main heading into the new expansion will find a place among the top when it comes to endgame content. But right before Dragonflight officially launches, we do have some upcoming class changes planned during the first week of the new expansion. There's a good chance we'll see even more class adjustments in the following days, but today I wanted to go over some of the last minute changes affecting our classes during the first week of the expansion of Dragonflight. But right before that, most of you guys who watch these videos are still not subscribed. However, the more of you remind, the more of you do. So let's keep it going. Subscribe to the channel as well as hit the bell if you're watching these videos anyway, especially if you're looking to get regular class and content updates for all the future Dragonflight builds. First, we see updates to the class of Demon Hunter, primarily the DPS playstyle of Havoc. And unfortunately, we're seeing some upcoming nerfs, just as the expansion is about to drop, starting with the Burning Wound, where the damage of immolation is gonna be reduced. The talent Know Your Enemy, which greatly enhances the stat of critical strike, has been lowered in value as well, where your critical hits will still be empowered, but the damage increase will be reduced down to 80% of the overall critical strike chance, taking a bit away from your bursty potential. Then we see a reduction to Any Means Necessary, which transforms all single skill magic abilities like Sigil's fire damage, Decrease Arcane Explosion, Hunt's Nature Bleed, and Fodder's Shadowy Eruption into chaos damage, causing them to scale with your overall mastery. These spells will still scale as chaos damage, though only benefit from 80% of your mastery value instead of the original 100. Know Your Enemy and Any Means Necessary are big defining talents for Havoc Demon Hunters, causing crit and mastery stats to gain greater value and generate new gameplay options. Hopefully these nerfs won't be enough to outright kill these playstyles, as Demon Hunter has been consistently an enjoyable experience over on the Dragonflight beta, and being able to swap between these two stat-focused builds added a lot of playstyle variety, and hopefully this variety will still be around heading into the Dragon Isles. Next, we see adjustments to the class of Paladin, starting with the changes of Blessing of Dusk and Dawn. Blessing of Dawn healing and damage has been reduced from 6% to 5%, which is a slight downgrade, but the duration has been increased to 20 seconds, making the buff slightly easier to manage. The Blessing of Dusk also got upgraded to a 20-second duration as well. Finally, Seal of Order, healing and damage of Holy Power Spenders has been reduced down to 8% during the Blessing of Dawn, further decreasing Dawn's impact. Protection Paladins also sees healing buffs this week. Word of Glory healing is being improved by 40%, increased only for the tank spec of Paladin. We also see buffs to the Light of the Titans, which causes Word of Glory to leave a periodic healing effect on your target, with the heal growing stronger when countering damage over time effects. Together, these buffs should improve protection survivability, as well as their ability to help top off allies in a variety of combat situations. This week, priests are seeing a slight quality of life adjustments for the spec of Discipline. The talent of Harsh Discipline, which helps empower the damage and healing value of Penance, normally has a very short duration. Usually, priests will try to activate this passive before upcoming damage, then spread atonements to nearby allies, and then unleash a powerful penance against a foe, where the damage will heal all friendly targets. Setting up these atonement windows is quite difficult and can take some downtime to plan correctly. In this upcoming build, the duration of Harsh Discipline is being doubled up to 30 seconds. This is a small improvement which will allow Disc Priests an easier time setting up their atonement windows, especially when healing large groups at endgame raid content. Next, we have some changes for the class of Rogue, which includes adjustments for PvE content like dungeons and raids, as well as PvP that will impact you in arenas and battlegrounds. Outlaw Rogues are seeing nerfs this week, primarily to the common point finisher of Dispatch. as well as the duration reduction to the talent of Dreadblade, which helps fuel you with combo points when using abilities like Ambush, Pistol Shot, or Sinister Strike. All of these updates will impact the playstyle focused on talents like Summarily Dispatch, as well as the capstone talent of Keep It Rolling, but with the current numbers, the build will still be fairly competitive. These changes do make ambush-focused builds a little bit more appealing, based on the early tuning, but both playstyles should still be fairly even. Next, we saw rogues get buffed when it comes to engaging in PvP combat. The talent of Recuperator gains back its 50% value, becoming more effective as a passive healing effect. Echo and Reprimand talent ability gains back 50% more damage within PvP. And the talent that augments its damage gains back 33% more effectiveness, further empowering Reprimand's damage. The spec of Outlaw has also seen buffs within PvP, starting with the ability of Killing Spree, which is no longer reduced by 20%. Killing Spree has generally been a less than useful ability, mostly used to break out of root effects while chasing your target. This flashy, visceral ability has really fallen off in the last few expansions, and hopefully these upcoming changes will finally bring back some impact. We also see buffs to pistol shots, which are no longer reduced by 16% within PvP. Pistol shots are a big portion of the Owl Rogue resource generation, capable of increased damage and even more combo points. The shot can be empowered following a between the eyes, and multiple shots can be stacked together and unleashed simultaneously. This change will hopefully add some more bite to the Outlaw Rogue and increase the burst potential within PvP combat. Next, we see buffs to the spec of Subtlety. Their Mastery Executioner will no longer be reduced by 20% within PvP. This is an obvious buff to Subtlety's burst, empowering the damage value of all your Eviscerates, but this also helps improve the passive output of the Rupture Bleed, together with talents that make the periodic damage provide superior pressure. Next, we see some changes to the spec of Arms Warrior, which sees a lot of tiny improvements to passives as well as many of their talent choices. Starting with the Seasoned Soldier passive, which gains additional bonuses. The passive is going to help decrease your damage taken from area of effect damage by 10%. This means less damage taken from group-wide and raid-wide damage, helping Arms Warriors become a little bit more survivable at endgame content. The talent of Battle Lord will increase the deadliness of Overpower by 25%, together with all the other previous bonuses. Martial Prowess helps increase the damage of Mortal Strike by 30% per stack instead of the original 25%. Accelerating Blows gains additional chance of resetting cooldown of Mortal Strike and Cleave. Fatal Mark damage has been bolstered by 20%, which makes this ability even more explosive after building it up to maximum stacks against high priority targets. Fueled by Violence is going to be more effective as a passive healing effect when enemies are afflicted by Deep Wound Bleed. Finally, the ability of Mortal Strike is seen as damage buffed by 3.5%, which is a small increase. And hopefully the culmination of all of these changes will help Arms Warriors find some more competitive footing when it comes to endgame content heading into Dragonflight. And for now, that's going to be the full list of upcoming changes that we'll see in the first week of the expansion of Dragonflight. There's a good chance we'll continue seeing even more impactful adjustments, but otherwise, I want to thank you all so much for watching this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about the recent rogue improvements, which should hopefully make him more competitive in PvP? What are your thoughts on the most recent nerfs for the spec of Havoc Demon Hunter and the playstyles that are crit and mastery focused? And do you think the changes to Arms Warriors will be enough to make him somewhat competitive at endgame content? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. As per usual, if you guys enjoyed this video or found it informative, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would very much appreciate it. And as always, in the description of every single live stream and video, we have a link to our Discord community channel. Probably the best place to reach out to me directly in case you want to let me know what you thought about this video, or discuss with the other members of the community what you think about the upcoming changes. Join our Discord to become part of the community. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts, and as always, I'll see all of you guys in another video.